The over 50 hangover nightmare and how to kill it for good. Imagine this for a moment. You enjoy just 2 to 3 glasses of wine in the evening. Nothing excessive, nothing wild, but the next morning, you wake up feeling like you drank the entire bottle. Your head is pounding, you feel dizzy getting out of bed, your heart feels shaky, and instead of bouncing back by noon, it takes 2 full days before you feel like yourself again. This isn't your imagination. Hangovers hit much harder as we get older. Stronger headaches, more dehydration, slower recovery, and reactions your body never had in your 30s or 40s. But here's the good news. You don't have to give up alcohol completely. In this video, you'll discover how seniors can drink more safely without stressing the heart, liver, or brain, why alcohol affects aging bodies differently, and what most doctors don't explain, and simple, science-backed tricks that dramatically reduce next-day hangovers. Tricks almost no one talks about. So if you still enjoy a glass of wine, a beer, or a cocktail, but hate how your body feels afterward, stay with me. This may completely change how you drink and how you feel the next morning. Section 1. Why hangovers get worse with age. Here's something no one warns us about. The older we get, the stronger alcohol seems to become. Not because the drink changed, but because we changed. And once you understand the why, hangovers start to make a lot more sense. Let me show you what's actually happening inside your body, in the simplest, friendliest way possible. As we age, our bodies naturally hold less water, which means 1 glass of wine equals feels like 1.5. 2 beers equals feels like 4. When you were younger, your body was about 60 to 70% water. After 50, that percentage drops dramatically. Here's why this matters. Alcohol gets diluted in your body's water. Less water means the alcohol becomes more concentrated in your bloodstream. That single glass of wine, it's creating a much stronger effect than it did 2 decades ago. Your body is literally marinating in alcohol instead of diluting it properly. But it gets worse. Your liver has slowed down. Your liver produces enzymes that break down alcohol, turning it into substances your body can eliminate. But after 50, your liver is working at half speed. Alcohol stays in your system way longer. What used to take 4 hours to process now takes 6 or 7 hours. You're basically hungover for twice as long. Now here's where it gets interesting. Your stomach lining has weakened. The protective mucus layer that shields your stomach from alcohol's harsh effects, it's thinner now. Much thinner. This is why that nausea hits you so hard the morning after. Your stomach can't handle what it used to handle. It's like driving a car with worn-out shock absorbers. Every bump feels brutal. And your brain? That's taking a beating too. Your brain becomes hypersensitive to alcohol. Alcohol disrupts neurotransmitters and causes inflammation in brain tissue. An aging brain is far more vulnerable to these disruptions. Headaches feel like someone's using your skull as a drum. Brain fog that makes you forget why you walked into a room. Confusion that lasts well into the afternoon. But wait, there's more bad news. Your sleep cycles are already compromised. Even without alcohol, many seniors struggle with sleep quality. REM sleep, that deep restorative phase, naturally decreases as we age. Add alcohol to the mix? It's like throwing gasoline on a fire. You fall asleep fast, sure, but you wake up feeling like you didn't sleep at all. All of these factors combine to create what we call the over 50 hangover nightmare. Section 2. Eat before drinking. Before we even talk about hydration or the type of alcohol, there's one habit that can cut your hangover almost in half. Never drink on an empty stomach. And yes, this is the part where many seniors look at the screen and go, ha, that explains a lot. When you drink with no food in your stomach, the alcohol rushes straight into your bloodstream. Your blood alcohol concentration spikes instantly, and when it crashes, you feel absolutely terrible. That drop is what causes shakiness, sweaty palms, feeling weak the morning after. If you often wake up shaky after just one drink, this is the reason. But here's what changes when you eat first. Food acts like a buffer in your stomach. It slows down alcohol absorption dramatically. Instead of a tidal wave, you get a gentle stream that your liver can actually handle. The science behind this is fascinating. When alcohol is absorbed slowly, your liver breaks it down at a steady pace. This means less acetaldehyde buildup. And acetaldehyde? That's the toxic substance responsible for most of your hangover misery. Less acetaldehyde equals less headache, less less nausea and less suffering the next morning. So, what should you actually eat? Focus on foods high in protein and healthy fats. These take longer to digest, which means they keep alcohol in your stomach longer before it moves to your intestines where absorption really kicks in. So, if you ask for best choices, choose almonds or cashews, cheese, hard-boiled eggs, avocado, Greek yogurt, a small meal with lean protein like chicken or fish. These foods do two things. They provide sustained energy throughout the evening, and they create the strongest buffer against rapid alcohol absorption. Let me remind you, the worst choice is drinking on a completely empty stomach, especially if you haven't eaten for hours. This is practically begging for a brutal hangover. Don't stop eating after your first drink. Keep snacking throughout the evening. Small bites here and there extend your protection all night long. Now, the most important hangover rule of all: the hydration strategy that almost nobody follows. Section 3. The hydration rule. You've probably noticed something funny about drinking as we get older. The thirst after just one glass is unreal. It feels like the wine is quietly stealing water from every corner of your body. And honestly, that's exactly what it's doing. Alcohol is a natural dehydrator. Match every alcoholic drink with one full glass of water. Not a sip, not eventually, right there, right then. One drink, one glass of water. This is non-negotiable. Here's why this works like magic. Alcohol is a diuretic. It makes you urinate more frequently. For every drink you have, your body loses more fluid than you're taking in. You wake up severely dehydrated. Your brain literally shrinks slightly, pulling on the membranes connecting it to your skull. That's your throbbing headache. But after 50, dehydration is even more dangerous. Remember, you already have less water in your body. You're starting from a deficit. Alcohol makes that deficit catastrophic. So plain water is good, but water with electrolytes? That's the secret professionals use. Use sugar-free electrolyte powders, drink coconut water, or simply add a pinch of salt and a squeeze of lemon to your water. This simple upgrade can cut your hangover severity in half, but the type of alcohol you choose matters just as much as hydration. Section 4. Choose the right alcohol. If there's one thing people over 50 discover the hard way, it's this: not all alcohol is created equal. Some drinks treat your body gently, and some hit you like they've been waiting years to get revenge. And the difference isn't your imagination, it's chemistry. Let's start with the biggest shocker. The darker the drink, the worse the morning usually is. Whiskey, brandy, rum, red wine, anything with a deep, rich color carries more congeners. That's just a fancy word for the tiny chemical leftovers created during fermentation. They give dark drinks their flavor, but they also give you those next day headaches that feel like someone placed a small drum set inside your skull. This is why the same amount of whiskey feels like twice the hangover compared to a clear drink. Clear alcohol, vodka, gin, light wine, low alcohol beer, contains far fewer of those headache-causing compounds. Your body has an easier time breaking them down, and the next morning, you can actually get out of bed without bargaining with the universe. Wine lovers also notice something confusing. Sometimes one simple glass of red leads to a pounding head. Often, it isn't the alcohol at all. It's the sulfites, histamines, and tannins. Some people become more sensitive to these as they age, even if they drank red wine for years without issues. It's not intolerance, it's just your body quietly asking for something lighter. Another sneaky troublemaker is sweetness. Cocktails mixed with sugary juices or syrups cause a fast blood sugar spike, and then an even faster crash. That crash is what makes you feel shaky, sweaty, and foggy the next morning, even if you didn't drink very much. So if you've ever woken up feeling awful after just one sweet cocktail, now you know why. And once you've chosen the right drink, the next step is just as important: how quickly you drink it. Section 5. Pace yourself. If there's one thing aging teaches us, it's that the body loves a slow pace. Slow mornings, slow stretches, slow walks around the block, and alcohol is no different. In fact, the slower you sip, the better your tomorrow will be. Most people think hangovers come from how much they drink, but for seniors, how fast you drink matters just as much, sometimes even more. When alcohol enters the body too quickly, the liver has no time to keep up. It's like handing someone 5 tasks at once and expecting them not to panic. When that happens, something unfortunate builds up in the body: acetaldehyde. That's the chemical responsible for headaches, hot flashes, pounding temples, nausea, Basically every part of a hangover that makes you swear you'll never drink again. When you take your time, the liver can quietly process each sip before the next one arrives. Your blood stays more stable, your brain stays clearer, and your sleep, the most important part, stays deeper and more restful. That's the part people don't realize. Drinking slowly actually protects your sleep. When alcohol floods in fast, it disrupts your sleep and jolts the nervous system. But when it enters gently, your body stays calmer through the night, and waking up the next morning feels less like punishment and more like, well, a normal morning. So pacing yourself isn't about drinking less. It's about drinking smarter. It's giving your body a chance to keep up so your tomorrow feels as good as your night out. But there's a hidden danger that many seniors face with alcohol. Section 6. Medication interactions. As we get older, one thing becomes almost universal. The bathroom cabinet gets a little fuller. A few pills for blood pressure, something for sleep, maybe something for cholesterol. And none of this is unusual. It's simply life. But here's the part most people never think about. Even a small amount of alcohol can behave differently when medications are in the mix. Not in a dramatic, scary way, but often in a hangover way. For many seniors, the reason one drink leads to a rough next morning has nothing to do with the alcohol alone. It's the way certain medications quietly change how the body processes it. Some medicines dry you out faster. So when you mix them with alcohol, you wake up feeling twice as thirsty, twice as foggy, and twice as tired. Others slow down the way the liver breaks alcohol apart. So the acetaldehyde sticks around longer than it should. And that means stronger headaches, a heavier body, and that please don't talk to me yet feeling when you sit up in bed. So if you've ever thought, why do I feel this bad after just one drink? This might be the answer. Now let's tackle the one thing that makes hangovers feel 10 times worse. Section 7. Reduce sleep disruption. Here's something that shocks most people. The worst part of a hangover isn't the headache, it's the exhaustion. And that exhaustion comes from destroyed sleep. Alcohol might help you fall asleep faster. You feel drowsy, you lie down, you're out within minutes. Sounds great, right? Wrong. Here's what's actually happening while you sleep. Alcohol suppresses REM sleep. This is when your brain consolidates memories, processes emotions, and performs essential maintenance work. Without REM sleep, your brain never truly rests. You might be unconscious for 8 hours, but your brain is stuck in light, fragmented sleep that provides almost no restoration. You wake up exhausted, foggy, unable to think clearly. It's not just a hangover, it's sleep deprivation disguised as a hangover. For seniors, this problem multiplies exponentially. You already spend less time in REM sleep as you age. Your sleep is naturally lighter and more fragmented. Add alcohol and you're taking a bad situation and making it catastrophic. Here's what one study found. Seniors who drink before bed get about 40% less REM sleep than they need. 40%? That's almost half your brain's restoration process. Gone. So how do you protect your sleep? First and most important, stop drinking at least 3 hours before bed. This is the golden rule. Here's why 3 hours matters. That's how long it takes your body to metabolize most of the alcohol. By the time you lie down, your blood alcohol level is dropping. Your brain has a fighting chance to reach deeper sleep stages. The transition to remember. Stopping at 9 p.m. if you go to bed at midnight isn't a sacrifice. It's an investment in feeling good tomorrow. Second, drink a large glass of water before bed. Your body will be working all night to process alcohol. It needs water to do that effectively. Here's the bonus. Proper hydration before sleep reduces nighttime awakenings. You'll sleep more continuously, which improves restoration. Third, consider magnesium. Magnesium is a natural mineral that supports relaxation and sleep quality. Many seniors are deficient anyway. Alcohol depletes it even further. A magnesium supplement or a cup of magnesium-rich herbal tea before bed helps your muscles relax and improve sleep architecture. You'll reach deeper sleep stages more easily. Fourth, keep your bedroom cool. Alcohol raises your body temperature, which makes sleep uncomfortable and restless. Open a window, use a fan, maintain a temperature around 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Finally, avoid screens for at least 30 minutes before bed. The blue light from phones and tablets disrupts melatonin production. Melatonin is your natural sleep hormone. Without it, you can't achieve quality sleep, especially when alcohol is already sabotaging your sleep cycles. But even if you do everything perfectly, you might still wake up with mild symptoms. Section 8. Morning after recovery trick. You know, life isn't perfect. Sometimes you miscalculate. Sometimes one drink turns into 3. Here's how to recover as quickly as possible. First thing when you wake up, before checking your phone, before brushing your teeth, drink water, a full glass. Add electrolytes if you have them. Here's why this works immediately. Your body has been dehydrated for 8 hours. Every minute you wait, symptoms get worse. Rehydration is the fastest way to start feeling better. Within 30 minutes, your headache will start to ease. Brain fog will begin to lift. You'll feel like a human again instead of a zombie. Second, eat a light breakfast. Your blood sugar is probably crashed. Your body needs fuel to continue repairing alcohol damage. But choose wisely. Avoid greasy, heavy foods. Yes, they sound appealing, but they'll make nausea worse and slow down your recovery. Here's the surprising one. Avoid coffee. You're exhausted. You want that caffeine boost desperately, but coffee is a diuretic. It makes you urinate more, worsening dehydration. It also irritates your already sensitive stomach. Third, go for a gentle walk. You don't need to run a marathon, just a slow, easy walk around the block. Fresh air and light movement increase circulation, which helps flush toxins faster. Exercise also releases endorphins. These natural mood boosters can counteract the depression and irritability that often accompany hangovers. The transition here is important. Don't push yourself hard. Listen to your body. If you feel dizzy, stop and rest. Fourth, take a cool or lukewarm shower. Avoid hot showers. They lower blood pressure, which might make you dizzy or nauseous. But a cool shower invigorates you. It improves circulation. It helps you feel more awake and alert. Fifth, rest as much as you need. Your body is working overtime to recover. If you can take it easy, do it. Watch a movie, read a book. Just relax. Don't feel guilty about resting. Your body is performing complex detoxification and repair processes. Rest accelerates this work. With these recovery strategies, you can cut your recovery time in half. Instead of suffering for 2 full days, you might feel significantly better by afternoon. Instead of being completely non-functional, you can still accomplish things that matter. You've just learned the complete system for preventing and managing hangovers after 50. Let's recap the essentials. You don't have to quit drinking. You don't have to live in fear of enjoying a glass of wine with friends. What you need is to be smarter about how you drink. First, always eat before drinking. Second, hydrate religiously. Go to bed fully hydrated. This single habit can reduce hangover severity by 50% or more. Third, choose your alcohol wisely. Clear liquors over dark ones. Avoid sugary cocktails. Quality over quantity always. What you drink affects how you feel just as much as how much you drink. Fourth, pace yourself. Sip slowly. Give your liver time to keep up. Aim for no more than 1 drink per hour. Fifth, be aware of medication interactions. Talk to your doctor. Know which medications intensify hangovers. Adjust timing if needed. Sixth, protect your sleep. Stop drinking at least 3 hours before bed. Hydrate before sleeping. Keep your bedroom cool and comfortable. Seventh, follow your pre-bed routine. Water, light snack, electrolytes, proper sleep setup. Avoid Tylenol or paracetamol before bed. These 10 minutes save you from 24 hours of suffering. Finally, if you do wake up with symptoms, rehydrate immediately. Eat a light breakfast. Take a gentle walk. Let your body recover naturally. These aren't complicated strategies. They're simple, practical, science-backed methods that actually work. You're not powerless against hangovers. You have complete control. If this video helped you understand hangovers and how to beat them, do us a favor. Share it with someone over 50 who hates hangovers as much as you do. Let's help each other enjoy life without the brutal next day pain. And if you want more health tips designed specifically for seniors, subscribe and hit that notification bell. We're here to help you live your best life at any age. See you in the next video. Bye.